Back on the MX5 again today, and this is the 2 water pump pulleys. That's the standard one, that's the boat one, what I'm going to use. Basically, this is 2 rib, well 2 bout, twin bout you would call it. That's a single bout, but it's weird because in all honesty 99% of Volvos only have the 1 bout on this, so it's not like it's, you know, vital or anything. You know, it seems like most models, even as standard, only came with the 1 bout fitted, because that's what it always seems to look like, unless they've all gone missing before I've seen them. But they've always got the 1 bout. I think earlier ones had 2, but anyway, whatever. This is a boat one, and if you look, the boat one is actually slightly bigger diameter than the standard car one, which would slow the water pump down, which, to be honest, for the high revs and whatever that I will be doing in this car, higher than generally intended for a standard, you know, car engine Volvo, is better. Because generally, if you know, at real high speeds and stuff, standard water pumps tend to cavitate and so on, so do fuck all good in the way of cooling. So slowing it down is a good thing. But I feel this one feels way lighter than this one, like very noticeably. But I just weighed them, and this only weighs 3 ounces less than that one, which is bugger all. But anything's a bonus. But the main reason is just A, it simplifies stuff because there's only 1 bout, and B, it slows down the water pump a bit. So ideal. Right, well that's the water pump and pulley on. Yeah, all looking good. Notice there, Volvo people might recognise this, but that is normally a water pipe that goes along the back. I don't want that shit, but luckily nor did the boat people. So Penta engines had a blanking plate instead with like a rubber bung it holds in. So I've literally reused the old Penta one and the rubber bung, and yeah, no more pipe. To be honest, I was gonna just make one, but when it turns out Penta's come with it, then fucking winner. So yeah, pulley's on. I'm kind of stuck here for the minute because I really need to put the plastic covers on. As much as I don't want to put the plastic timing cover, whatever, on it, it really helps with making sure the timing's correct. Right, this is the engine mocked up with the manifolds. Obviously, manifold and turbo and whatever isn't finished because A, I'm almost certainly going to get these ceramic coated, and B, I need a wastegate welding on, but, you know, I'm just removing it from that because I need to take that engine out, really. And it's the same with the inlet manifold. It needs injector ports welding in, and obviously a rail mounted up. And I would say the throttle body, probably better to have a 90-degree bend in the throttle body there. It'd make life easier because it won't actually open properly where it is. Oh, no, actually, no, it won't. It won't. I think the TPS or something won't fit there. And to be honest, I don't have to use the standard throttle body anyway. So, and it's quite small, so I'll probably use a different one. But anyway, just to make me sort of a bit of inspiration, I've mocked it all up, and this is basically what it's going to look like, which is pretty fucking cool, I must admit. So yeah, good times. Now, I suppose I better undo some mounts and lift this bugger out so we can do the rest of the dirty work. Because I've got obviously the front suspension to fully polybush and clean up and paint, and well, just everything. There's quite a lot to do at this front end, so I guess I better get on with it. Well, 2 minutes later, the engine's out. I did it on my own in quicker than I think I've ever took an engine out of anything, even with help from people. I'm not saying this is made for that engine and box, but it seems like it. Literally undid the 1 bolt, which is the gearbox mount, and then both the engine mounts. I did that from that side and actually unbolted the whole aluminium bit from that side because it seemed easier, and lifted it out via the front towing hook. That felt sketchy as fuck because at the front, obviously, A, it's all the weight on one place, and B, it obviously tilts the engine at an extreme angle. But that made getting it out super easy because it dropped the gearbox down, the front up, so it just straight out like that. I'm not sure that would pass health and safety, but it worked. I was a bit scared of it braking when I was back there and just crushing the front of the car, but it worked bang on. So it's out. I'm going to be removing the front subframe. Well, no, probably, well, maybe, yeah, probably remove the front subframe. But we'll be refreshing every single bush here, removing the vast majority of the pipework and wiring, for now at least, and probably painting it. Maybe just satin black, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, we're getting there. Drove the Volvo because my Merc Daily has decided the gearbox didn't want to work anymore. I think it's electronic, but Thomas is here and he's got the MR2 1.9 TDI running and driving, basically. Still little things to finish, but it's there and it runs and it's pretty badass. The exhaust is literally that. 3" off the turbo to there. Don't sound very diesel either, really. And even when you rev it, I like it. Well, that's the front subframe off and out. Already decided I'm not going to run power steering, hence all that shit all over the floor. I've done it before, you know, depowered my racks on previous MX5s, but it was years ago and I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. So again, I asked one of my friends, one of the few people I trust, their opinion on if it's a good idea or not, and that's Kev Lee, Dory Professor on YouTube, because he's basically tons of MX5 experience, especially drifting and using them super fucking hard, and he's a really good driver. And I thought if anyone would, you know, has got a similar opinion to me on how it is, he would. So I asked him and he's like, yeah, it's mint. I said, yeah, I thought it was, I just couldn't remember for sure. So I fucked it off. Basically, it'll simplify things even more, make things even lighter. It's just a win-win situation. So fucking job done. And now that's out, means I can dismantle and burn the bushes out again and clean it up and paint it, and basically exactly what I did to the back, but now the front. So yeah, honestly though, for tonight, I don't know what the time is, but I think it must be best part of 11 PM, but I was determined to get that out. It's not difficult, actually it's easy. There's only 1, 2, 3, 8 bolts, 4 at the front, 4 at the back. The 4 at the back are smaller bolts and really easy to remove. The 4 at the front are big bolts and they took some serious breaker bar action to undo them all the way, because they've clearly never been off before. But again, that's another reason I like MX5s. Nothing snapped. I mean, I was generally, if I was pulling that hard on most fucking bolts on cars, it would have snapped off ages ago. But MX5s, I guess as Mazdas generally, seem to be pretty good. So that's all. It's all coming apart quite well so far. Just removing all the stuff in the subframe. Not finished yet. Got a few bolts left, nothing much. And then it's all stripped down. Then I need to clean it, paint it, polybush it, put it back together. And then, realistically, there's no reason the engine can't go in. Well, no, I've got to paint the engine bay as well. And remove most of the wiring. But yeah, we're nearly there. I'm going to run without power steering. I'm going to depower the rack. So I'm going to leave a power rack, but depower it. So it's going to be manual steering with a power rack. I've ran like it before. It's, you know, I like it. The good thing about that is, A, I save some weight and some room by not having loads of power steering pipes and a power steering pump and all that bollocks. But it also means I can go down to a single rib on the front pulley to save even more weight, because thanks once again to fucking them Penta engines, I've got, unlike the car versions, a single rib pulley. That's the normal car alternator pulley. And this is the Penta one, which is none too pretty. Could do a cleaning up, really, but whatever. But it's a single one. And also, not like it's, you know, be all and end all, but it fucking is a lot lighter too. Let's go weigh it. We do it in ounces, because these don't weigh much anyway, so ounces is the most obvious one. Right, so that standard pulley is 15.6 ounces, which is 0.4 kilos. There you go. So, you know, not heavy, but it's something. This one weighs cock all 0.2 kilos. Or if you care about ounces, 9.6. 0.2 kilos, 0.60 of a pound for you Americans, versus 0.98 of a pound for that. So it's fuck all in a power to weight ratio or anything, but A, it simplifies it, and B, it's just even less rotating mass for the engine to have to push along. And on a light car like this, and something I'm looking for like maximum response, fucking anything, I'll take anything if it's free. And this is, do you know what I mean, this is costing me zilch. That's all the front suspension dismantled into its various components, and in all honesty, it weren't too tricky. Comes apart, you know, really well. Some of the bushes have seen better days, but that's good, because I'm changing them all anyway. A couple of the ball joints need changing, because again, well, they're fine, but the boots have had it, you know, split boots, so they may as well get changed. But overall, yeah, not bad. I need modified hubs, which, yeah, probably the ones I'd prefer would be my friend Dory Professor. He made me a set. Well, weirdly enough, they were off his own personal car, but the ones he used to make were fucking amazing, absolutely unreal. Transforms the thing. So I'd like a set of them again. Don't know whether he's still doing them or not, or if he still can, because obviously I don't think he's done them for years, but I don't know, whatever. I need some modified hubs for more lock. I don't want to get rid of Ackerman, because no Ackerman is shit. The Volvo's got no Ackerman, and I don't like it. I like cars to sort of drive like race cars first, drift cars second. Too many people make drift cars drive like shit in a vain attempt to make their drifting less sucky. For me personally, learn to fucking drift better. You know, compromising how a car handles just so it handles better mid-drift actually is just fucking terrible. I tell you what that is more than anything. That kind of attitude is why the most interesting part of drifting, or the exciting part of drifting, as in the fucking mental entries, are so rarely seen in modern fucking drifting, because people can't do it because their cars fucking generally handle like wank. Because obviously on entry you're not drifting then. When your car's something that feels like absolute shit before you're even drifting, you're not doing, you know, good entries easily. You're just fucking handbraking it and power sliding it like most of drifting is these days. And it's shit. And yeah, I don't like how this thing drives that much, just because it's got like, I don't know if it's zero Ackerman or what it is, but something's been fucked with the steering. And I'm not a fan, I must admit. Got a lot of lock, but you know, I like Ackerman. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna burn out all the bushes, clean it up, paint it up. I gotta modify the subframe slightly so we can easily access the new engine mounts. I've drilled a hole in that side for it already. Just need to drill another hole there. It's just to get the bolt at the bottom of it. It's, you know, it's nothing, easy. Only thing I've not sorted yet is coilovers, and in all honesty it's because I'm skint. I got no fucking money, and so they can wait for now. I'm gonna buy some I don't know, just some fucking max speeding ones or pro sports or whatever. Like I said in the previous videos, I've driven and drifted on track and road with cheapos, and they're fucking absolutely fine for MX5s in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I bet you, you know, fancy ones are even better, but unless someone wants to prove me wrong and give me some fucking fancy ones to do it, then I'm just gonna buy some cheapers, because I've got other things to spend my money on. Not like I've got any fucking money, but yeah, I'm not Adam LZ, I've not got tons of money. I'm building mad shit with small budgets, so I gotta do what I gotta do, and I know where my priorities lie, because I know from experience the cheapo ones are not holding you back. Again, it's a bit like all the fucking crazy drift mods people do. People use it as an excuse. Oh, you know, my drift is shit or whatever because my coilovers are rubbish or whatever. No, it's fucking not. It's because you can't fucking drive. As I've had to daily drive the Volvo today, I decided to make the most of that and do a bit of work on it. Not like, you know, actual maintenance or, you know, sensible stuff, but mess with the performance again. Basically, if you remember recent videos, I had to up the fuel in a bit because it was running lean top end. But I'm fairly certain that was because the cam timing was quite retarded, and obviously with more cam timing, more retarded cam timing, it is generally more top end flow, which is why it's running out of fuel. But obviously it's give and take, and it loses a bit low down. And I don't know, for what I use the car for, the high rep power, there wasn't enough gained to, you know, to be worth it. I wasn't really that fussed. So I've moved the cam timing back to how it was, and also put the fueling back down, so it should be bang on. Right, that's me done for this video. Should be plenty enough to make a video for you, so I think I'm done for tonight. Yeah, sorry if I sound a bit fucking croaky on these videos, but I ain't well. I'm coughing constantly, I feel like shit, but stuff's got to be done, so I'm still working. I feel that bad. I actually had a bloody COVID test the other day because I've been like coughing and struggling to breathe and all sorts of shit, but come back negative, so just plain old fucking chest infection or some shit. So whatever, I keep going unless I'm dead, so see you next time.